African people, we are the architects of our own misfortune, greed, and repudiation of the truth. We are fighting demons. Those you can see in Asoroko, although one of them is gone now, Abakiari, and the ones you cannot see, even without shooting a single bullet. He said that the biggest demon we are fighting, is ignorance. Do you know why? Because a black man, not all of us, I must say, not all of you who are listening, please, but a disproportionate majority of black people, we love evil. We love evil. If we don't love evil, you cannot tell me that a young man, you went to secondary school, your parents struggled to put you through school. You went to secondary school from the house. You went to a university where you never had a running water for one day, where you have to go down to fetch water in a bucket, in a tank, to be able to flush toilet that is on the 6th floor of your hostel. After going through all this nonsense, you came out, you went through youth service, where your life did not improve, where all the highlight of your month is looking forward to 30,000 naira payment. 30,000 naira that cannot buy you a flight ticket from Lagos to Abuja, a flight ticket from Iguacha to Enugu. You cannot. You're very happy. You come out of school, you're struggling, and then you go and buy a second-hand phone from the market. You come online and you start to defend evil in broad daylight. Now tell me how such a people can improve in life. Tell me how Africans can make progress. After going through all these things, you don't even if you're not doing it for yourself or those, remember your parents that suffered to put you through school. They put you through school so that you can make life better, not just for yourself, but for all those around you. That is the essence of education. That is why people, all civilized and advanced governments all over the world, invest so heavily in education. In the UK, they're about to discover a vaccine, but in the zoo, people are looking for bread to eat. Not even, what we're even fighting is hunger. Not even the main corona itself. We are fighting hunger first before we now meet the granddaddy, corona. How are we going to survive it when our immune system is depleted? If you don't eat, how can you boost your immune system to repel coronavirus when it comes? Ignorance is unseen. You need to understand something. That Europe is advanced today, or that China is relatively advanced in terms of technology, but their wickedness is still there, or that Japan is advanced, all this, of course, they copied from the West. There was a movement started in Florence by the Medicis in Italy, long time ago. It's called the Enlightenment movement. Enlightenment, because one day the crowned heads of Europe sat together, all the rulers of Europe, they sat together and said, from now onwards, we test everything we do against reason. If we are going to do something, that thing must be reasonable. We are no longer going to pander to superstition. We want everything to be science-based, something we can see, reason. That's how you have Europe advancing all over the world. When I talk about Europe, I'm talking about Canada is Europe. Europeans went to Canada and built it. Europeans went to USA and built it. It was Europeans from Portugal and from Spain that went to South America and built the very marvelous Brazil that you're seeing today. The same Europeans went to Australia, they went to New Zealand, they went to South Africa. Anywhere you see them, there is improvement, you can see it. There is running water, there are good roads, education system is very good. Do you know why? Because they believe in reason. What we are doing is not against anybody. I hate poverty. I hate ignorance. I hate the fact that there are old men and women who cannot feed. I hate the fact that our kids are not going to very good schools. My own children are going to very good schools. And you want me to be happy seeing other people's children suffering, selling banana and oranges. That was not how God made me. That was not the sort of child I was raised to become by my father and my mother. I was raised to fight injustice, and that's what we're doing. And that injustice also includes ignorance, and we must fight it. I warned you. How many weeks ago did I warn you? You are bringing Chinese. You are going to suffer. You are bringing Chinese. You are going to suffer. None of you listened. He said, oh, no, the county. He's making noise. He's making mouth. I said, what happened? And I said to you, when you start to die in Nigeria, when you begin to die, remember my broadcast. I told you, I warned you only 3 weeks ago that the coming of the Chinese is your doom. This is the price of ignorance. When people are ignorant, they don't touch the bucket of water. When people are ignorant, there is no light, they run generator. When people are ignorant, they have no roads. When they drive, they fall into a ditch and they die. When people are ignorant, their graduates don't get any job. When people are ignorant, their children can barely feed. When people are ignorant, when there is a pandemic, they are all abandoned to die. When people are ignorant, the army will kill you. When you're ignorant, the police will kill you. When you're ignorant, a politician will give you 2,000 naira to buy your PVC and your life is gone. When you're ignorant, you look for God You look up to God for a solution when the solution is right there in front of you. When you are born into wickedness, as a child, you went to school, a university, you have no empathy. What is happening to other people doesn't affect you. You have no human feelings. And I keep wondering, what sort of world did you emerge from? You're telling me, the guys have to spoil Nigeria for us. How many Nigerians have you helped? I'm telling you what I did from prison, from detention. How many, all of you talk, I'm a Nigerian, and they can't want to break Nigeria for. How many people have you helped? A Yoruba graduate, I read Karl Marx, read Montesquieu, read Immanuel Kant, all the great philosophers. Maybe, who even knows, maybe read Homer's Iliad, or Tolstoy's War and Peace. All these things, they may have read it. Maybe he was there as doing philosophy 101, being a radical. Look at what they're doing. These are Yoruba people, Yoruba kids. They are graduates, and in Facebook, all they're doing is to make sure that the truth will not come out. And you want to go back and have electricity, you want to have good roads. Tomorrow say, hey, this is our country. Hey, who did we offend though? You offended yourself. Your ignorance offended you. Your wickedness is your offense. There was an officer that died at the barracks. They want to kill Babangida. The man threw himself, I think it was his ADC, threw himself in front of the bullets. That's how Babangida ran away and escaped. They say, hey, you ran away from the army. Babangida ran from the barracks and continued as your president in Abuja. A military man asking president. Because they don't know history. I don't imagine. They just say, hey, you ran away. And I said to them, but Prophet Muhammad ran away from Mecca and came back and conquered it. Because they don't know history. I don't imagine. They just say, hey, you ran away. And I said to them, but Prophet Muhammad ran away from Mecca and came back and conquered it. Before the Chinese came, there was nothing. People were not dying. All of a sudden, now the Chinese are there. People are beginning to die. And you tell me there's no correlation? It's just a coincidence? Of course it's not. Deliberate. Deliberate mass murder. That's what's happening. Some of you are pretending you don't know. Hey, now the guy is causing trouble for us. So you're waiting for your turn. When it gets to your village, typical black man, full of ignorance and wickedness. I preach it. If you don't like it, you go to hell. In fact, as you're going, they will call and say, hey, they've taken the light home. Or you, as you're going, an illiterate Alamajiri wearing a uniform will stop you and start flogging you for no reason. That is the price you're paying for your ignorance. That is the price you're paying for supporting evil. Is it very clear? We must continue. The only savior will be this vaccine that Britain is fighting to produce within the next 2 weeks. That may be the savior. Or else, Obasanjo gave them Sharia. But when you want to ask for, when you agitate for freedom, they say no. But when the Alamajiri in the north, when Janjaweed agitated for Sharia, you gave it to them. Because Obasanjo is scared, they control the army. You think they're stupid? They control the army. They control the police. If you like, they shoot you. And that's without the end of you. Do you see the mess we are trying to dig you out of? Both physically and mentally. You're clapping for them. Hey, tell me why God will not punish you. Just tell me why you should have electricity. Tell me why you have a good road. Every day you lament, every day, hey, who did this to us? So you did it to yourself. We are showing you the way out for everybody. For everybody. If you don't know, let me tell you. Let Jubril come out now. He cannot come out. He's trapped in Cuba. Go and ask any governor in your state today. They are holding a meeting. They held a meeting with Jubril. Not face to face, but by the phone. Via teleconference. Do you know why? They don't want them to come to Abuja. After people have been going to Abuja, they don't receive the EU delegation in Abuja. How come the governors cannot go to Abuja? They cannot go to Abuja because the plan there is not Jubril. Jubril is trapped. The one that can speak possible English is trapped in Cuba. They think we're stupid. That we know. Ask your local governor now. Call your governor and ask him. Do you have a meeting today with Mr. President? He will tell you yes. Did you go to Abuja for the meeting? He will tell you no. How did you hold the meeting? He said it was teleconference. They wired the call to Cuba, to Havana, because the idiot is still trapped there. They put it, I told you that the thing in Asrock cannot speak. He is taking photos inside Asrock, yes, and video. Then do broadcast from Asrock then. Do broadcast from your office in Asrock, let's see. He cannot. And all of you say, oh, President Buhari, choose your chief of staff wisely. All these commentators you have, most of them Yoruba, they know the truth, but out of a combination of fear, fear, they cannot stand up and say, Mr. President, how come you have hole in your neck? What is the hole doing in your neck? Answer us. When you ask them, what is the hole doing in the neck? They say, oh, leave it for us like that. Somebody that claims he or she has a PhD, you're a doctorate in something, and somebody is wearing a mask with a hole in the neck, visible to the whole world, that they called them yesterday and asked them, what is that hole doing there? Today they call the governors. Oh, what is it now? They can. That's why that. Ask, I said, if you doubt me, call your governor now. Leave this program, call your governor and ask your governor. Did you have a meeting today or not? With who? Did you go to Abuja? They say, oh, no, it's coronavirus. We don't want to go to Abuja. They claim the EU went to Abuja. The EU went to Asarok. So if EU can go to Asarok, why can't you go to Asarok? To tell you categorically that the dummy they put there is just somebody wearing a rubber mask, face like Buhari. That's all. All it does is to wave, and you are in one Nigeria. Everything I tell you is the truth. Because believe you me, it doesn't matter if you're a BIAFRA, if you're from Oduduwa, if you're from the Middle Belt, or from the North, even Alomajiri. I love you more than those people claiming one Nigeria do. If you're in trouble, if I have the means to help, I will help. That is what. But they can never help you. They can never. Not in a trillion years, they'll never help you. That is the Biafra we are building. A Biafra where people will have empathy and compassion to understand that what affects somebody else's child could also affect your own child. That's what we're building. Not this. Somebody went out, consciously went out. All your microbiology professors, they could not develop a vaccine. All it is, you see them on channels. Hey, this coronavirus is a pathogen. It's traveling, you know. But you're a professor of microbiology. Why are you not in your lab coat trying to give us a vaccine? All those years you claim you went to school and prophesying as a professor, what did you achieve? Everything is on a piece of paper. Everything is theory, no practicals, nothing. What kind of job? Other people looking for this vaccine, they're not professors. Ordinary people. That you answering bogus professor of microbiology. Can you please show us the efforts you're making to produce a vaccine? At least you're a professor. And what is happening now is the virus is moving. The government need to listen to us. The way the virus moves. Hey, I'm not asking about how the virus is moving. I'm asking you as a professor of microbiology, a prof. You want to be called prof. We call you prof. Prof, what are you doing about finding us a treatment or vaccine for this very dangerous microbe? You read microbiology. He's waiting for 2023 as a dumb to rig election. And that is the country you want to belong to. A country where you have no president. This supporting of evil of Yoruba media. You know, people, they love to misunderstand me. I say Yoruba media, I did not say Yoruba nation. I did not say Yoruba people. I said some of them. Some, and I will continue on this line of attack until they repent. Some of them are evil. Evil. They are the ones supporting this edifice of criminality. A country without a president. A country without a vice president. Hey! All those people that call themselves done. And everybody holding a degree in political science from this night, go to the where your degree is, bring it and burn it. I'm sorry to say, it doesn't matter if you're a Biafran, if you're from any, go and bring it and burn it, because the idiots that taught you and when you're investing, they're useless. You didn't learn anything. If you've read, if your child is studying political science, withdraw them from Nigerian university, because a very useless place. You are going to make them more foolish than they are, as long as Alomajiri is in power. Ordinary chief of staff position is something like a voting for. It's not election. Unbelievable. And as I warned you before, how old is Abba Kyari? They said he's 67. I want that very picture to be posted actually. They said he's 67. And how old is Buhari? 77, they claim. Of course, it's a lie. He's 77. Hey, unbelievable. 77. And everybody caught coronavirus, but not him. And you're telling me that Buhari is alive? Buhari had a major brain surgery. The man was a vegetable. He was incoherent. Didn't know if he was going or coming. That man that was a skeleton is now 40 years younger. That man that walked hand in hand with Abba Kyari, they sit together in the same meeting, did not catch coronavirus, no, but Abba Kyari has it. Somebody who is 77 years old with a history of medical condition, brain tumor, did not get corona. It is somebody who is 67 that got it. Hey, Zoo alumni. Unbelievable. There is something called the laws of deduction. Everybody in Abba Kyari's office has tested positive for coronavirus, but not, you claim Buhari is there, but not Buhari is sick, and he doesn't wear a mask. Hey, zoo, you're not zoo for nothing. Nigerians, I'm telling you, you are not zoo animals for nothing. Even animals can do better than this. Animals in a cage can do better. They have better reasoning than this. A president is 77 years old, you claim, has history of medical condition, had a brain tumor, by his own confession with his own mouth. Somebody who is 67 got it, his closest friend, the person that sees him more than Aisha does, and he didn't get it. And the staff of this very man, Abba Kyari, his staff, they all have tested positive for it. Young men and women. A 77-year-old man on medication, on life support more or less, did not get it. Hey, Nigerians, you people, God should just come and wipe out the whole place. You people are useless beyond belief. Useless to the core. More than useless. Nigerians are hopeless everywhere. It has been confirmed by what they call presidential source. This is Janjaweed newspaper. It's from the north. That all persons, everybody that met Abakari is in trouble. It is here. And you're telling me it's 77. Baba go slow. Baba is going slow. Hey, zoo. Nigeria is a joke, honestly speaking. A very big joke. Whoever you put there as the chief of staff is now going to be the de facto president, because you don't have a president. Nigerians, you do not have a president. And that was what the Chinese saw and said, these are idiots, let's go and take everything from them. These are idiots. I went to school. I studied at Toronto. I went to Harvard. I was at Harvard. If this is how people that went to Harvard behave, my children will not go to Harvard. So this is complete disgrace. Nigerians and that useless country, Nigeria, is an abomination before man and before God. The way they reason is sickening. Sickening is sickens. I'm telling you. You are in the middle of a pandemic. If you're telling me in any country of this world, 150 people will die in one day, and the president will not speak. Are you people well? All of you that call yourself Nigerians, are you sure your brains are correct? You have a president in a country, 150 people dead in one day, and no statement, no speech, no nothing. Hey, people should take it easy now. This level of stupidity is astonishing. And meanwhile, they don't know that we are Biafrans, we are very intelligent people. We are not daft, we are very intelligent. That was why we chose them, that girl yesterday. What's the Fire? I want to give her free publicity. Fire, whatever her stupid name is. We tweeted her a picture of Jubril with a face mask and a hole in the neck, and we asked her, is this Buhari? She has not replied. Yoruba journalist. I'm saying it so that the Yorubas can change. I don't hate anybody. Change from your evil, wicked ways. Serving Fulani will destroy you. Yoruba, change from your evil, wicked ways. Serving Fulani will destroy you. It will destroy your race. You tried it in a loin, you lost a loin. Why can't you learn from history? They're using an imaginary in the north to do testing, and people are dying, and you cannot complain because they're not your children. People are dying in the north because it is not the children of the owner of Channels TV. That is why there is no interrogation. Anywhere in the world they ask questions. Who brought them in for what? What killed these children in Kano? All of you, there is no empathy because you're black and you're wicked. Your heart is full of wickedness. And you ask me, why do I want to be African? Why would I live with evil people like you? Oh, you people are evil. Children are dying in Kano. Children, little children. They may grow up to be terrorists tomorrow. That is their business. But they are little children on the streets and they are dying. And nobody's asking questions. It is that same people, that same man from Biafra that has no business with children in Kano that is talking about them. And you're a Nigerian. You're a proud Nigerian.
These people, their children are in DSS custody. They've been there for about 5 years. For 5 years without trial. That's what they do in this country. Very terrible. Over 2,000 people locked down there without trial. And this is not justice in any way, shape, or form. As Mary Wollstonecraft said, what makes you human is ability to reason. Here, people don't reason. That's why they're detained. Their children have been there for a very long time. Usman Abubakar is in detention. Mokhtar Omar is in detention. And DSS, they don't want to bring them to court. The families are here. Ibrahim Yahya is there as well. I was with them. Musa Kalamo is also there. Belief is also there. So is Bright Chimezi and the rest of them. For 5 years, they're still in detention.